アメリカ航空機大手ボーイング社の労働組合は13日からストライキに入りました。2008年以来16年ぶりのスト決行で、長期化すれば航空機の生産に影響が出る可能性もあります。ボーイングは8日、4年間で 25% 賃上げすることなどを含む協定案で労組側と暫定合意しましたが、組合による12日の投票では協定案への不満から 95% が反対しました。ストはワシントン州の工場で働く労働者を中心におよそ3万3000人が参加しています。アメリカメディアによると、ストが16年前と同じ規模に発展した場合、30億ドル、日本円でおよそ4200億円以上の損失が出ると見られています。
Now to the Boeing strike. 33,000 workers off the job this morning after rejecting a tentative contract with the aerospace giant. The strike could cost the company billions as it faces a series of major setbacks. ABC's Morgan Norwood is here with the latest. Morgan, good morning.
Good morning to you, Whit. That's right. More turbulence for Boeing. Both sides are eager to get a deal done here. But until then, Boeing is said to be hemorrhaging more than $100 million a day, with concern now about their bottom line and what that could mean for the world's second largest plane manufacturer. But one thing's for certain, the U.S. economy will take a hit. This morning, the U.S. economy bracing for impact after 33,000 Boeing union members walked off the job and to the picket lines on strike and rejecting the troubled jet maker's latest offer that would have hiked pay by 25% over 4 years.
The first thing I saw right off the bat was a 25% raise over a 4-year period. That's not going to catch up with my rent and my bills.
It's the first strike in 16 years, and workers say it's been that long since they've had a raise, but say Boeing's proposal, especially with inflation, just wasn't going to cut it. They're also demanding a return to pension plans.
It's, difficult, and with the economy right now, it's rough.
Carla Berry is a longtime Boeing employee. Her daughter Andrea also worked for the company. The two now becoming food delivery workers to make ends meet until there's a deal.
That is how we're going to be able to go and make it so that we can make up that extra money to be able to make sure we can survive during this time.
The strike comes as a fresh blow to Boeing after it suffered 2 fatal plane crashes, a door panel flying off mid-flight, and a problem-riddled spacecraft that was forced to leave 2 astronauts behind at the International Space Station. The financial impact to Boeing will be steep. The strike is expected to cost the company approximately $108 million per day. Its CFO saying on Friday the strike will impact production, deliveries, and operations, and will jeopardize recovery.
We want to get back to the table, and we want to reach an agreement that's good for our people.
And depending on how long this strike carries on, it could cost the U.S. economy tens of billions of dollars. Both sides set to return to the negotiating table early next week. The White House saying they're encouraging both sides to hash it out in good faith. Janae?
That daily figure for what it'll cost Boeing is staggering. Morgan, thank you.
フォルクスワーゲンはヨーロッパ市場の需要の落ち込みや中国の EV メーカーなどとの競争の激化に伴ってコスト削減が必要だとして今月国内の工場の閉鎖を検討していることを明らかにしました。工場閉鎖が実現すれば1937年の創業以来初めてとなります。また会社は今月ドイツ国内の6つの工場合わせて12万人以上の従業員の雇用を保障する協定も破棄しました。これを受けて従業員の多くが加入する労働組合とフォルクスワーゲンとの労使交渉が25日始まりました。
フォルクスワーゲンと労働組合の交渉が始まるのに合わせてこちらでは従業員などによる大規模な集会が行われています。
労働組合は工場の閉鎖と人員削減に強く反対していて交渉が行われる会場前の広場には3000人以上が集まりました。これに対しフォルクスワーゲンの交渉責任者は報道陣に
unser Unternehmen restrukturieren. Die Situation ist ernst.
労働組合は今後ストライキを行う構えを示していて、交渉は難航も予想されることからドイツ経済への影響が注目されています。
Thank you.
Der Betriebsrat von Volkswagen hat am Mittwoch auf einer Betriebsversammlung im Werk Wolfsburg den Vorstand kritisiert. Schätzungsweise 16.000 Beschäftigte des VW-Werks waren anwesend. Die Vorsitzende Daniela Cavallo warf dem Vorstand vor, seine Arbeit nicht zu machen und sagte, dass die Arbeitskosten nicht
L'industrie, à nous, à nous, à nous, l'industrie. Nous n'avons pas besoin de plus de flexibilité.
Allez-y, les marchés sont ouverts. Mais tout sera repris. Tout sera...
Les restructurations. Thierry vient d'évoquer le nombre d'entreprises, travailleurs et travailleuses de ces entreprises, de capacité de peser sur les choses. Et l'annonce de l'arrêt progressif de la production de voitures sur le...
Union leaders threatened strikes and warned Volkswagen against making what they called a historic mistake. Trade unions and VW company executives kicked off landmark pay talks Wednesday. It's likely to decide how aggressively Europe's biggest automaker pursues layoffs and possible factory closures in Germany. Tensions are running high as VW has threatened to close plants in the country for the first time. That's put it at odds with the key IG Metall union, which has vowed to fight any such moves. The union must also negotiate new labour deals for the core VW brand's 130,000 workers in Germany. Earlier this month, the automaker ended agreements that had safeguarded employment at 6 of its plants there since the mid-90s. Worker representatives have vowed to resist job cuts and blamed top management and the government's faltering support for the automaker's problems. Thorsten Groger is chief negotiator for IG Metall.
This current crisis is not caused by the workforce, but by a series of blatantly wrong decisions and misjudgments by management. Even if the current managers are no longer all responsible for the past, the current managers are responsible for ensuring that in the future it will all continue in an orderly manner.
IG Metall threatened strikes which are possible from the start of December and insisted on a 7% pay rise. Daniela Cavallo is chair of VW Works Council.
We are currently experiencing something that many at Volkswagen did not think was possible, especially among the workforce. Over the past decades, we have repeatedly overcome crises together as Volkswagen.
She said they were prepared to compromise, but added it was now up to management to find a solution. VW argues high energy and labour costs in Germany make it harder to compete with European peers. It's also warned Chinese rivals want to grab a big chunk of the region's electric vehicle market. The VW brand's personnel chief said the division must cut costs to stay competitive. He called the firm's situation serious and said labour and management must work together on restructuring. Other German automakers feel the pain too. BMW and Mercedes-Benz both cut their profit forecasts in recent weeks due to weak demand in China.